Hi everyone, and welcome back to The Digital Bunch. I'm Dagmara, the CEO, and today we're unpacking a design concept that has reshaped the creative world from marketing and branding to photography and beyond. We're talking about the Gestalt Psychology, a theory that has helped brands create designs that feel intuitive and impactful. Why does this matter? A few years ago, a major soft drink brand launched a global ad campaign. The visuals were bold, minimal, and so cleverly arranged that they didn't even need to write the brand name. People just knew. That's the power of Gestalt's principles. Within days, this campaign trended across platforms and brand recall shot through the roof. That's what you want as a designer or marketer, a design that doesn't just communicate, but connects. Want to guess which kind of brand it was? You may let us know in the comments. At The Digital Bunch, we've seen firsthand how Gestalt principles can elevate your design projects. Take our collaboration with BodyFix, a health and wellness brand. What seemed like a straightforward branding exercise turned into a deeper exploration of perception and visual storytelling. We layered Gestalt's principles, resulting in an identity that captures the spirit of recovery and balance. But first, let's dig into what makes Gestalt psychology such a powerful tool in design. So what is Gestalt psychology? The term comes from a German word that means shape or form. Developed in the early 20th century by psychologists like Max Wertheimer, Kurt Koffka, and Wolfgang Köhler, it's all about how the human brain perceives patterns. But at its core, it's actually pretty simple. It's about how our minds naturally group objects and fill in the blanks to see the bigger picture. Gestalt is not a fully formed philosophical movement, nor it's a standalone scientific branch of psychology. Instead, it actually thrives at this fascinating crossroads of psychology, philosophy, and art, where we at the Digital Bunch love to be. And it's precisely this intersection that makes Gestalt so versatile. It takes the analytical tools of psychology, blends them with the deeper questions of human experience from philosophy, and then expresses it all through the creative lens of art. What does this mean in practical terms? Well, it means that Gestalt is perfectly suited to understanding how we perceive the world around us and turning that understanding into something tangible, like a powerful ad campaign or a logo that becomes instantly iconic. For example, the psychological side of Gestalt helps us to decode why certain shapes or patterns catch our eye. But the artistic influence ensures that those elements evoke emotion, a feeling of connection or intrigue or nostalgia. And even technology draws on Gestalt for UI and UX design that feels natural and human-centered. So for example, think of the FedEx logo. At first glance, it looks just like a clean word mark. But if you look closer, you'll see an arrow hidden between the E and the X. That's the principle of closure at work. Your brain fills in the gaps to make you see the arrow, even though it's not completely drawn in. And designers love using closure for logos and icons that are clean, but still super memorable. Another cool principle is common region. This one is all about grouping. If you see a bunch of objects inside a box, your brain automatically assumes they belong together. And this is super useful for things like website layouts where you want your audience to connect with certain elements like buttons or text within a section. And then there's Prägnanz, which is a German word and it sounds fancy, but it's just really the idea that your brain likes things to be simple. I'm sorry for butchering that word. When you see a bunch of shapes or lines, you'll naturally try to make sense of it in the simplest way, like seeing a circle instead of a bunch of random curved lines. This principle keeps designs clean and easy to understand, which is exactly what you want in good design. And then there's Apple. Their product launch visuals are often all about it. They strip everything down to its simplest, cleanest form, letting the products speak for themselves. Think about the iPhone ads with just a sleek device against a solid backdrop. It's minimalist but powerful, making you focus entirely on the elegance and innovation of what they're presenting. Other principles like similarity, proximity, and continuity help designers craft visuals that feel harmonious and intuitive. Gestalt principles aren't just fun theory. They're used in some of the best designs out there. Designers like Paula Scher and Stefan Sagmeister are pros at using these principles to create bold, emotional work. Take Paula Scher and her work for the public theater. She uses proximity to group bold words and letters together. It's lively, chaotic, all in the right ways, and totally captures the energy of New York theater. Another great example is her map designs, where she uses closure to organize tons of tiny details. Even with all that information, it feels approachable because your brain naturally connects the dots. Then there's Stefan Sagmeister, who's a world-renowned graphic designer, conceptual typographer, and performance artist. Look at his album cover for Lou Reed, Set the Twilight Reeling. He used continuity to guide your eye through the lines and colors, mirroring how the music flows. Another one of his standout projects, The Happy Film, uses common fate, where elements move together to form bigger stories. His work really proves how design can make you feel something deep. Gestalt principles are not just reserved for logos or graphic design. They influence spans across the entire marketing landscape. Advertisers and marketers use these principles to create visuals that engage audiences. You've probably experienced them without even realizing it. Take this iconic McDonald's Follow the Arches campaign, for example. This campaign brilliantly played with the shape and the form of the brand's logo. By cropping the famous golden arches into fragments and using them as directional cues, McDonald's embraced closure and continuity to guide the viewer's attention on the route. Each fragment still felt unmistakably McDonald's, proving how solidly their logo is embedded in public recognition. The design's minimalism and clever use of shape turned an ad into a seamless experience, leading the audience to the nearest McDonald's location without a single written direction. It was bold, it was smart, and it was proof that sometimes less is truly more. These principles also help marketing teams unify their creative direction. Design decisions, color, layouts, campaign visuals are no longer based on subjective preferences, but on scientific insights into the human perception. And then there's Nike. Their You Can't Stop Us video campaign is all about continuity. The transitions between athletes performing different sports felt seamless, like one continuous movement, even across entirely different visuals and disciplines. This powerful tool elevated the message of perseverance and connection, resonating with millions. Take Spotify, for example. Their Wrapped campaigns are a masterclass in the principle of continuity. They guide your eyes naturally through the vibrant data visualizations, leading you seamlessly from your top songs to your top artists and playlists. It's designed to feel fluid and intuitive, keeping you engaged while celebrating you as part of their story. At The Digital Bunch, we bring Gestalt principles into the 3D world too. Take continuity, for example. It's all about guiding your eyes smoothly from one part of the design to the next. Imagine watching a product reveal where every camera movement flows perfectly like it was meant to happen that way. Now, take for example Common Region principle. This is the one where we group things together visually. Think about walking through a virtual showroom or exploring an interactive display. You just know which objects are connected because they're organized within clear visual boundaries. Closure is another favorite. It's when your brain fills in missing pieces to complete a picture. You know, when you glance at something and even if parts of it are missing, you can still tell what it's supposed to be? That's closure at work. For example, in our project with Aston Martin DB12, we used clever design tricks to make the car's features and logos appear subtly as users explored the virtual space. It made people feel like they were uncovering something new and exciting as they browsed through the experience. It's really about making the audience part of that discovery. Gestalt principles aren't just about making things look good. They help us create designs that connect emotionally and pull people in. Whether it's a CG animation, a motion sequence, or an interactive 3D world, they allow us to deliver experiences that people will not forget. Fast forward to 2025 and we'll probably see Gestalt psychology evolving with emerging technologies setting new trends in marketing, design, and user experience. Imagine walking into a virtual store in the metaverse. Brands could fully immerse themselves by clustering products into themed spaces. Say you're looking for kitchen gadgets, everything could be grouped in a zone that feels like stepping into a futuristic kitchen. The layout would naturally guide you without needing directions. It's proximity at play, creating intuitive and engaging customer journeys in fully digital worlds. The closure principle will likely shine in augmented reality. Picture people putting on AR glasses while shopping in 2025, and instead of seeing a plain product, the glasses fill in the blanks of how that product fits into your life. Try on a jacket and the AR might subtly overlay an image of you in a bustling city or at a cozy cafe, completing the picture and pulling you into the experience emotionally. And then there's social media. Continuity could become the backbone of scroll-stopping content as platforms lean more into interactive storytelling. Think of TikTok or Reels, but with seamless transitions that string together user-generated content, branded clips, and AI-created overlays. These continuous narratives could tie potentially entire campaigns into a single fluid experience, making it just impossible to stop watching. The possibilities are limitless. Gestalt psychology isn't just surviving, it's thriving in ways we never imagined, keeping pace with technology and shaping how we connect with visuals and experiences. At the Digital Bunch, we're always thinking ahead, leveraging these principles to create designs that not only lead the market, but set the trends. Stick around because in design, the future is already here. It just takes a perspective to see it. That's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a comment, give us a like, and then see you next time.